I've always wondered. 15 riders, man. Can you imagine the chaos? If you have ridden in a group of 15 riders with comms on, let me know. I want to know your experiences because holy crap, that would be that would be interesting.
Hi, my name's Davana. Hello, biker community. Welcome back to my second channel. How you doing? What's up? It's not very often I do a sit-down video over here. Usually I'm vlogging and doing all the tea and whatnot, just living my happy, wonderful biker girl life. But, and don't mind the hair by the way, if you haven't seen the main channel, that's on you. Why haven't you seen the main channel? It's my thing. So, yes, I'm a biker girl, an avid biker girl with a lot of biker friends. Today, I am here to give you a full review on the Cardo Communication systems, which I have been using for just over 2 years, almost 3 years at this point. Like I said, I have a lot of biker friends, and all of us use Cardos. I'm that weirdo that has so many biker friends that we actually do manage to max out the capacity of the Cardo Pack Talk communication system. The highest brands of the Cardo systems allow you to connect to up to 15 other riders. It's a fight. It's a fight to get a spot in a lot of the group chats and the group, connections because we have so many friends. My videos that you see on this channel, those are pretty regular rides. Those are not like specialty rides, special events. Those aren't people that I randomly met. A lot of the videos that you see, all of the videos that you see are actually me and my friends, and I just happen to have a lot of them. We're not all able to link up or communicate just because of the sheer amount of us. So I'm saying this to say I have a lot of experience with the Cardo systems. I have been around. I know what the bugginess is. I know the tweaks that need to be made. I know it. We're going to talk about it. If you're a new rider and you're trying to figure out why on earth would this even be necessary, why would I need a comm system? To be honest, you don't. If you are a new rider and you're only riding by yourself, a pair of earphones could easily suffice and you could ride around being able to listen to music in your helmet. Plenty of us have done that. I myself have done that. Even after I've gotten my Cardo unit, when I have my other helmet on that doesn't have the unit on it, I'll pop some earphones in. It totally works. The comm system really does wonders when you have a friend. That is what it's for. It's for you to be able to conversate, not just have funny conversations while you're on the road, but keep each other safe and know when somebody needs something, whether it be water, a break, whether they need to slow down, whether something happened behind you. If you're leading a ride and you just don't know what's going on behind you. I've had many times where I was on a ride and people in the back are like, somebody's falling behind. We had a crash. We need to circle back. The comm system keeps the group together and alerts us to almost anything that could be happening in the group. It could be oncoming traffic, a car that is being way too aggressive. There could be a change of plans or a change of route. We have the lead alert everyone, hey, we're changing the plans. We're going to a different place for lunch. We need to stop because so-and-so needs to use the bathroom. Having that type of communication is really a boon to your safety and happiness. Like the group chats are funny. Like the conversations I've had over a group chat is freaking hilarious. My friends are laughing, dancing together, making fun of the cars that are next to us, who are likely watching us, shaking their heads. We don't care. The comm system is so much fun. So if you are riding with friends, you definitely do, I think, want to get a comm unit and you want to get the same comm unit. This review is about the Cardo systems, but this applies to pretty much Cardo and Senna, any big brand. I'm totally not going to be biased here, even though this review is about the Cardo system. I'm going to tell you, buy whatever brand your friends are already utilizing. So if your friend group is already established and you've just come into it and everybody's riding with a Senna, you're not going to want to come in with a Cardo. Just get the Senna because it makes it a lot easier for everybody to help you connect, be connected to you, and then everybody be able to use all of their features because you have the same brand. I am here to give you my full review of the Cardo Communication system, which I had planned on being a glowing review because for the past 2 years, I have really enjoyed Cardo. I've really had not too many problems. There's tweaks that need to be made, but this video would have been a glowing review until the Cardo Edge came out. And I'm telling you right now, I hate the damn thing. So let's actually get into the review of the Cardo system. I personally am running a Cardo Pack Talk Black. I did not think that I would ever need the Cardo Pack Talk Black because whoever's going to have, 15 plus friends to link up with, I'm thinking that's, nonsensical, but I happened to have the money at the time. So I was like, hey, here's wishful thinking that I may be able to make some biker friends and put this to good use. And thank God I did. The Cardo Pack Talk Black is only black and special because it has enlarged JBL speakers, which I love the JBL speakers. The sound quality in my helmet is great. Like, I am bumping good music constantly. I have no problem. Seriously, no problem with the speaker system. You're not gonna have to worry about the Cardos being too quiet. You're not gonna have to worry about not being able to hear your music. Now, every now and then, if you're, riding at over 100 miles an hour, which who does that? I mean, that's so unsafe. No one's doing that. But the wind noise, if you're on the freeway, may be able to slip into your helmet and kind of disrupt a little bit of the sound quality depending on what type of helmet you are using with your Cardo Pack Talk or whatever free comm that you may be using. Just so you know, I personally have a Shoei 1400 helmet with a crown on the top because it's so lovely that I have been using with my Cardo. The cool thing about the Cardo is the Cardo also allows you to answer phone calls while you're riding with the touch of a button, the click of a finger, okay? No distractions here, totally hands-free, totally safe. Also, you can send voice chats, which I get on my bike all the time, different riders, trying to figure out where I am, where the group is riding, they're messaging, they're like, hey, where are you? Or if something happens on a ride, somebody behind me, they're like, hey, we need to pull over, so-and-so needs gas. You're able to kind of do all that on the ride safely. The voice communication I've really had no issues with. There are also voice commands, so you don't have to physically touch your phone or click a button. You can kind of just say, hey, Cardo, and it'll do it. My friend Ashley, she does this all the time. I can hear her sometimes when she's giving Cardo commands, but it works great. And I have heard no complaints from any of my many, many friends. I feel like the Cardos are very reliable. I personally have never had it fall off of my helmet. It's very easy to just click in and pop off, so no issues there. And the battery life is amazing. I am not forced, because I'll forget, we all forget. I'm not forced to charge that thing after every single ride. And I do long rides, okay? I'll do a 6, 8, 10 hour ride and still not have to charge it for my next 6, 8, 10 hour ride. And when the battery finally does get low, it'll let you know low battery, but it's not gonna tell you like every 10 minutes. That's so freaking annoying. It won't do that. You might hear like a beep every like 30 minutes or something just to remind you so that when you get home, you remember to charge it, but it's not annoying. And even though it's saying low battery, you're likely going to be able to finish whatever ride you're on and the battery won't actually run out on you. It's just letting you know, hey, this is your last ride before you need to charge this thing, which is great because Lord have mercy, I think me not having music on a ride, like it's going to kill me. It's like not having earphones at the gym. I'm too used to it. I can't do it. And I need to be able, I like communicating with my friends, like just riding in dead silence in a group is weird. By myself, it's fine. But like, I want to be able to talk, right? When you are communicating with other riders in the system, you're paired up, DMC connected with other Cardos, you can listen to your own personal music by yourself and still communicate with the friends around you without disrupting their music or without them hearing what you're listening to. It is the craziest work of magic. I don't know how they do it, how I'm like listening to music. Like I could be bumping Meg Thee Stallion. I could be hitting DMX. Like DMX could be barking in my ear. And somebody like Paul could be listening to jazz music for all I know. We are never going to know what each other are listening to, and we're still able to easily communicate without the interference of our sound in the helmet. I don't know how Cardo made this happen, but it's freaking amazing. The Cardo app is also a major help in all this. If you do not have the Cardo app and you have a Pack Talk, you have a free comm, whatever, download the app. It makes pairing with other riders so much easier, and you are able to pair in different groupings. Let me break this down for you, right? So when me and Mom first got our Cardo systems, we paired to each other. That created its own little group. It was me and my mother. When I started riding with my Sacramento nutty friends, they had their own group communication chat that they added me to. So then I had two groups. I had the group with just me and my mom, and then I had a group with me and my Sacramento friends. And then down where I live in my hometown, we have the bike nights, and the bike nights have their own little group chat. So then I have the one with just me and my mom, my Sacramento friends, and my bike nights. When you have the Cardo app, you can actually see the multiple different pairings of groups that you are in, and you can switch between them depending on who you're riding with. So my mom is also in the bike nights group. So when we're with the bike nights, I really don't need to, go back to the pairing between me and my mom. We just use the bike nights chat. My friend Chris has his own pairing where all his friends are just in one big group and I'm in that. So when you're in the app, it makes it a lot easier to see all the different groups that you're in and to switch between the groups, which is sometimes necessary. Depending on where you're at, who you're riding with, you may need to transfer out of one group and go into another. Heads up for those of you having problems with your Cardo and it's not syncing up. You need to download the Cardo app, because a lot of times when I'm not able to talk to somebody and we should be paired up, it's because they're already locked into another group and they need to transfer to a different one. You got to learn those Cardo mechanics. It will help you. But once you got it down, it's such a major help. And if I need to do a breakdown of all the different buttons, commands, and know-hows of Cardo system, I totally can, because at this point, I am the group Cardo master. I have a RAM mount on my bike, so I'm able to kind of use the app as I'm riding without, much distraction or anything. In the app, it allows you to also do private chat. I do believe there's also button functionality for this. If you want to go and memorize all the buttons, kind of like I have most of them memorized. You can, it's a big help, but you can private chat people in your group. So let's say, you're riding along with your wife and you want to tell your wife, I love you, as you should. As you should, boys. Tell your wife you love her mid-ride, okay? Hit the private chat button so the rest of the group can't hear you, even though you shouldn't care if the rest of the group hears you. Tell your wife you love her. But if you need to remind your wife of, the sexy present you have waiting for her at home, you hit the private chat and you can say some little sweet words in her ear, and then you pop right out of private chat. No one's gonna know what you said. No one's gonna know that you guys went private for a second. It's freaking awesome. So besides switching between groups and doing the private chat, you have the ability to link up with other riders or a new group in the phone. You just hit join group. It makes things super simple. You can name the group so you're not mixing up, because once you get like me and you got 6 or 10 freaking groups in there, you need to name them. Trust me, name your group. And if you can get everybody to name the group the same thing, then it makes it a lot easier, because you and your friend are trying to figure out where to sync each other up. It can get really confusing if you don't name the groups, because everybody's got it named something different. And then they're like, what group are you in? You're like, the main group. No, the second group, the third group. No, the 10th group. The one that's named Crack Whores. No, not the Crack Whores group. Look, I'm saying I didn't name that group. I'm just saying, okay? My friends are funny. I mean, the Cardo's got radio, it's got Bluetooth pairing, so you can pair with other devices. However, I will warn you, other devices, non-Cardo units, you can sync up with them, but you are going to have to sacrifice your ability to listen to music. It freaking sucks, and I wish Cardo would figure that out. I'm letting all of you know. You can pair up with a Sena rider. You can pair up with a Bluetooth model, off-brand, whatever. You can do that, but you're not going to be able to listen to your music and talk at the same time. It's super annoying. I'm sorry. Cardo, fix it for all of us. And that honestly can start off the cons of the Cardo system, is that I feel like there's a way to be able to pair to those other models and do all that, but still, be able to listen to music. If Cardo was able to figure out that magic to begin with, they should be able to kind of transfer to those other situations. The other major con for the Cardo system is that once you create a DMC established group of communication and you have that list of riders you're paired with, you can't delete riders. Yeah, you heard me right. Once a rider is in your DMC connected group and they're in that group chat, let's say, you guys are done with the trip and then you meet back up with five of those, 10 riders, but you're maxed out or your limit has reached capacity. You just kept adding people to your group and now you've reached the limit of 15. Cardo does not allow you to remove riders that are not currently in session with you, which I think is insane. The groups cannot be modified. Once you're in the group, you're stuck in the group. So you can keep adding people and adding people and adding people. But once you hit that 15, you have to start a whole new group, even if all you needed to do was add one more person. So Cardo, what's up? What's good? That seems like kind of funny business. Yes? Another con for the Cardos is that the distance can be unreliable. I know they're supposed to have a max distance of a mile or something. I'm gonna say that's not true. It might be faintly true if you kind of want to hear staticky voices and miss half of what the person is saying. I'm telling you right now, the distance isn't as great as Cardo is putting on for it to be, especially if you're on a true ride. If you're just riding around town and you're just, going through intersections and whatnot, the distance problem isn't as bad. The communication and connection is a lot more stable. But once you're, doing those 2-lane roads, going through hills, going through a mountain or something, that can start breaking down. Your communications and your connections really starts to break down, and you'll actually lose connection with riders who are just around a corner from you just because of where you're at. So do not think that that distance is like 100% perfect all the time. It can be easily disrupted. Another con, which is likely just a con for like my friends and me, is the fact that the Cardo Pack Talk systems max out at 15 riders, which I know seems like a lot, right? It seems like a lot, but I have a lot of friends. And when you factor in the fact that we can't delete people from the group, we need to be able to have everybody be connected at some point and be able to talk to each other. So I'm not saying we have 15 vocal riders talking all at once, right? Sometimes we do. But let's say my main core of riding friends is like 30, which honestly is kind of the truth. Even if I'm riding with just 10 of them, I want all those 10 to be able to communicate. But if I can't add them all into the same group, layout group system, the group chat, I'm constantly going to be making new groups, reworking groups, changing groups, making a new group, different writers all the time. And it's annoying. It's annoying. So I'm not saying, I'm advocating for you should make the max limit 30 people can talk at once. That would be fun. But I just want the ability to either delete writers so that I can change out who's in the chat, or have more writers able to be there since they're locked into place so that I can continuously load more people on there. Even if all the writers aren't present, they all have the ability to be like linked up and talk together. And I know some of you are probably sitting there and you're like, wait, okay, so you actually do max out the Cardo limit of 15 writers and talk with 15 people at a time? Yes, I do. If you watch the Fort Bragg video that is on this channel, you can see us going through that trip. During that trip, that group was maxed out and all 15 riders were present. It is not a chaotic thing. You would think it is, but it's almost like just driving in a party bus with your friends. Sometimes the chat is completely silent. Sometimes, people are just chilling, jamming to their music. Not much is being said. Sometimes the chat is freaking hilarious. On the ride home, like Max making all these jokes. We're looking for bars because we'll bar hop every hour or something. We drink responsibly, don't worry about that. But people are making jokes, looking at each other's butts, like laughing. Like, it's so much fun. You would think it would be a chaotic mess, but you can definitely hear multiple people at once. If everybody were to talk at once, you wouldn't be able to hear more than like 4 or 5 people. You wouldn't be able to hear like all 15. When everybody does laugh together, I can kind of hear all the different voices. But typically Cardo will latch onto one specific voice and it will amplify that voice and the next person talks. So it's not a whole bunch of people talking over each other. It's like one big group conversation. It's very controlled, it's very nice, and it's very fun. So for those of you who are like, oh, I couldn't handle 15 people in my ear, it's not that crazy. Unless you have like really wacky friends who never shut up. Having a conversation, it's kind of like being in a lounge with your friends and your buddies, chit-chatting together, and it's great. I want Cardo to give us more ability to add more writers. Thank you. So with all of the good things that I have to say about the Cardo systems, I have nothing but shit to say about the Cardo Pack Talk Edge, the Edge Bowl, the Edge whatever trash garbage can thing they need to throw out the back cash grab that they put out into the world. I hate the Cardo Edge. And I hope somebody from Cardo is going to watch this because I know what you were doing and it's not cool. Y'all, this was a cash grab. I'm telling you right now, if you're like, oh, I have a Pack Talk already and I'm thinking about upgrading to the Edge, it's not worth it. The changes to the new system are minuscule. Oh, wow, you have magnetic, whatever, clicky, it falls onto your helmet and it clicks there by itself. Woohoo! We're not paying an extra $200 because you found out about magnets. There's nothing significantly updated about this Cardo unit that would make you think that you need to get it. In fact, I'm letting you know right now, those of you who are in groups already, you already have a group of established friends, you're all rocking Cardos. If you're the first person to bring a Cardo Edge into the group's gonna be mad. You're gonna screw your group, okay? I'm letting you know. The first person that bought the Edge and brought it to our group, as soon as those things came out, somebody bought it, ruined the group, ruined our established groupings, and I will tell you why. The Cardo Edge cannot be integrated into an already established group. Meaning if a Cardo Pack Talk Blacks, like my Pack Talk, already made a group chat, I can't put an edge into that group. I can't do it. The Cardo, whatever system, firmware, the Cardo company does not allow older models to integrate their newer model into already established groups. If you want to pair to a Cardo Pack Talk Edge, you have to make an entirely new group with the Edge as the admin that establishes the group. And you're hearing me right. That means if your new baby rider that's doing their first group ride shows up with a Cardo Edge and wants to link up with their new friend group, everybody has to link to the new guy and make him the master of the new group chat. Which is, Cardo, I don't know what they were thinking. I know what they were thinking. They were thinking they're going to make this new system so annoying that it's going to force everybody to just jump to the new flagship model because they don't want that inconvenience. But I feel so insulted and disrespected that they did this because by doing this, which I don't feel like they would have been forced. I feel like they could have found a way to make the Edge able to be integrated into established groups, but they chose to kind of wall off the Edge and be like, if you're gonna pair with this model, you have to make them the head. It's kind of forcing other riders, putting them in the situation where they're forcing some people to make the jump to the Edge just so they can have control over their own groups, just so they don't have the hassle of trying to do these workarounds. Like I said, the first person that brought an Edge to it into our group, we had to completely reconnect all established groups. And everybody who was in the group at the time was not there the moment we had to reestablish the group under the Edge. They just weren't there. Like everybody's not there on every single ride. So all of us were, we were screwed. Out of every group that I had like 10 groups that had already been established. The moment like Damien or Matt brought an Edge into everything, we had to establish new groups. Those other groups were obsolete and trash because we couldn't get these Edge people into those groups. Oh, I almost forgot. You almost got away with this. I don't know why Cardo lost their marbles. Like what Cardo's over there doing? Who made this decision? Okay. The Cardo Edge app system is different than the app of the people that have Pack Talk Blacks, Pack Talk Bold Line comms. The Cardo Edge app does not allow you to join a group in the app. That button is not there. It is not present. I have gone through many of my friends' phones who have the Cardo Edge and I've tried to make them join. And the reason is when this whole Edge thing happened, we were trying to figure out why it's so difficult to connect these damn edges because you cannot connect them through a phone unless they're the ones establishing the group. Even if a Cardo Edge has established a group, and all we're trying to do is add in somebody who already has an Edge. So it's an edge-to-edge connection. We're just adding a new Edge in. We can't do it through the phone because they don't have the option to join a group through the phone. Why? I don't know. Every other system has that option in their phone. The Cardo Edge does not. So luckily, I go through the trouble of memorizing all the different connections for things because I have such a large group of friends and we're always trying to connect people. So for those of you who are having this problem, I'm letting you know right now, hold the top button for like 3 seconds. You should go through like 3 different beeps and you should enter DMC pairing mode, connection mode, and it should automatically pair you into that group as long as that person's already in pairing mode. I just use buttons on the Edge systems because you cannot have them join a group through their phone. That option is not available. So you have to use the top button and just hold that top button and that'll get them into your group. But it's ridiculous that that's such an oversight. You can just put the button and the Edge app. Why? But why, Cardo? Why? Now understand, under Cardo, the line of Pack Talks are the highest line of systems that you can get. These are the systems with DMC mode that can mesh connect you to 15 other riders. The free comm systems and systems outside of the Pack Talk do not have the same privileges as the Pack Talk class. If you know you're going to be riding with a group of riders, you're going to want to get a Pack Talk Cardo system. From what I know and have experienced, the free comm systems do not have DMC mode. DMC mode is the mode that allows you to connect to other riders very easily and allows you to talk and listen to music at the same time. The free comm systems do not have that. So if you're looking for that luxury, you're gonna have to get a pack talk in order to experience that. And I highly suggest the pack talks for people that have friend groups. If you're just riding by yourself or one other person, then fine, you'll be fine with a free comm, but I like the pack talks, so that's my suggestion. What the pack talks can do is bridge in the smaller units. So when I'm riding with my friends and we all have Cardo pack talks and our friend Lando went out and got a free comm, we were able to Bluetooth link to him. And then whoever Bluetooth linked to him, there's a bridge button in the phone. You hit bridge and you can actually bridge in the free comm system so that they can hear and be a part of the rest of the group. The only downside to this is when you are bridged into a group, like you have a free comm and you're bridged into a pack talk mesh system, you have to stay very close to the person who initiated the bridge. Otherwise, you're going to lose connection. So that we kind of had to do a trial and error figuring that out. But we were able to bridge in our free comm brothers and sisters so that they could experience the group atmosphere on the ride. So I'm not here to just be a whiner. I do have suggestions on what could improve the Cardo connectivity capabilities and make it more enjoyable for everyone and all riders. Number one, we need an open ad option, meaning if I establish a group and I'm connecting new riders, I, as the admin, should have the option to allow other riders to pair other riders. I don't always want to be the one person going around to all 15 people and connecting them. I want people sometimes to be able to add in their friend or add in somebody else. If the admin says that's okay, there should be an option for the admin to be like, open pairing option, anybody can add anybody. Also, we also need the ability to delete riders out of a group. That is insane that we can't do that. If somebody sells their bike and is no longer riding, we are permanently stuck with that spot in our group chat gone because we can't delete a rider. That should be the simplest action ever, is to remove someone from a group chat. Cardo, please make it happen. Obviously, I think there needs to be a system or firmware update that allows older Cardo pack talk systems to add the edge riders into their already established groups. And don't tell me it's not possible, because if it can connect one way, it can connect the other. That is absolutely ridiculous that they built that wall to make it just purely inconvenient and force people to buy the new model. I'm calling you on your BS and that you're sus AF for like Cardo. Honestly, I used to be super like, I love Cardo systems until that moment. That was a little shady, Cardo, and you need to fix that. That's gross. Give the admin of the group the ability to name the group themselves. Give the admin the ability to name lock that group, meaning once that group is established, it is named the same thing throughout everybody's phone. So none of us are confused about which group, which link that we're supposed to be following. Are you in this group or that group? Number 1 or 3, number 7, number 8. No, which group? Like, I've gone through this so many times with like my friend Quincy, right? Me and Quincy will be sitting here and we are connected in the same like 5, 6 groups, but I just don't know if he's in group 1 or group 3 or group 7 or 5. Like it should be an option, okay? It doesn't have to be mandatory. Give admins the option to name lock the group so it's named the same thing in everybody's phone. Just makes it so much easier. Thank you. Another unique request of mine that I think would really help a lot of us with a lot of riding friends is a Cardo friends list, meaning I should be able to create an approved friends list of people that I am close to and ride with often, and should be able to freely add those people without their presence to any already established group. So I'm saying if I want to make a new group right now in my living room, I should be able to have a friends list of people that have approved me as a friend, and I can automatically put their pack talk system in a group that I'm establishing without their presence. I should be able to put Matt, I should be able to put Chris, I should be able to put Quincy all into a group by themselves so that when I show up to a ride, I don't have to go through the finger dance of pairing everybody and linking everybody and syncing everybody and naming the group. I should just be able to establish it, show up to a ride, everybody sync up without the hassle or trouble, and us go on the ride. So what I'm saying is it should just be an approved list of friends that, you know, they have to approve you, you have to approve them, and you can easily move them from one group to another or make a new group with them in it without needing their permission because you are an approved friend. It saves people a lot of freaking problems. Oh my God, that would be like a miracle system. It would be pure magic. Cardo, like I'm giving you free advice here. You're not even paying me, which you should, but you're not. I'm just asking that you implement these things so that we can all have a more enjoyable experience and don't do any more cash grabs, because we all caught that the very first time we encountered the damn edge. If you're gonna do a new upgraded system, you gotta give us more than no antenna, okay? So like I said, besides the Cardo Edge debacle, the rest of the Pack Talk series is honestly really great and reliable. If you have like a child or a passenger rider, you can easily just get them a free comm and then bridge them into a group if you like. If you're willing to like sacrifice your music, you don't have to shell out $600, $700, $800 to get 2 of the top of the line Pack Talk Bolds or the Edges even if you don't want to. You don't have to. I'm probably gonna get my little brother a free comm system so that I can pair him, to me when he's riding with me, because he rides on the back of my bike sometimes, or if I take him on a group ride, which he loves, he can kind of hear the rest of the group. Having the app does make it a little bit safer because I can put him on private chat and just keep him on private chat with me, or, jump in and out of different groups, which I can do on rides. I have jumped out of different DMC groups, so I'll have 15 friends. That is the max limit on one group. And I'll have like 5 or 6 friends on another group. And as I'm leading a ride, I'll hop in between the 2 groups to kind of talk to people and check up with people. So no one's left out, no one's left behind. I can communicate with who's in front of me, behind me. We know if somebody's crashed, someone needs gas, someone's not doing well, someone's sick, whatever the circumstance may be. Communication is freaking great. So that's another thing that you can do, is hop between different groups while you're on a ride. You can't hop between DMC mode and Bluetooth. Can't do that. Heads up on that. So back to what I was saying, overall, Cardo's a really good system, a really good brand. I prefer Cardo over Senna or any other brand out there. I really do like it. I just really hate the Pack Talk Edge thing, whatever. It sucks. It's terrible. Don't buy it. You don't need it. If you want to spend the extra bucks and that antenna bugs you that much, fine, go buy the damn thing. No one's gonna, whatever, do what you want. But this is my review of the Cardo systems. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section below if I possibly forgot anything, or if you had any unique experiences that may help myself or my friends out or whatever. But I'm one of the most educated Cardo people out there, let me tell you. I'm the person that read the manual. Just letting you know, I did read the manual. I know the buttons. I know the tricks. So that's why I just kind of wanted to help you guys out if you are a new rider trying to figure out what to get, what to do. Cardo's the way to go. I'm still gonna say at this point, Cardo's the way to go. It is still my chosen brand and company. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, put your comments in the comment section below, hit the subscribe button so that you can see the wonderful rides that we go on in the future, some vlogs, some all that, maybe some more sit down motorcycle videos. You probably will see more of those. This isn't the first time I've done it, so it probably likely won't be the last. If you wanna come out and ride, let us know if you're in the California area. See you guys later. Bye.